Hello! How are you doing today, sir?
Hello, I'm doing
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry. Hey, what is Mr. Fluffy Bottom's voice again?
Oh, you're Mr. Fluffy Bottoms. Of course you are.
I'm back.
"Oh, I'm Mr. Fluffy
Hey
Bottoms."
there, everybody. Hi. Hey there,
Yeah.
Gooks. What's Gooks all about? Where's Arachnia?
I'm the new edgy. I'm based on the default Asura look. Look at that face. That is the concept art Asura, basically. So
Yeah, that's right. You look like Vlox a little bit.
yeah, Vlox is cool. I want to be Vlox. Vlox.
Vlox,
love
Vlox,
heart.
Vlox. Marsha.
What are we
Come
doing
on.
here? Why are we? Have you joined the it's all this guy, the Caustic Hero Challenge Test Master Race?
I
thing?
definitely come here every once in a while to test things, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
And
you
is
sounded
that
so
why we're here, or is
disappointed.
it just a
You sounded so
coincidence?
disappointed. Oh, you're dying. What's going on?
Well, no, this guy started it. I'm trying to help him out.
And
I
he's
don't
dying.
have any keybinds either set up.
Are you okay?
Oh, let's res him. Boots, you need to help with your bad build.
All right, I'm on my...
Oh, no, listen,
Oh, no, they're
listen,
all dying.
audience, he can't help because the build is bad.
That's
That's what it's all about. There you go, help us out. Are you going to show me
Okay.
you soloing this scary, scary monster in a minute?
Yeah, you want to do that right now, actually?
Wow, really? You're going to jump
Sure.
in that quick?
Why not? Yeah. Let's
All
do
right,
it.
okay, yeah, let's
Let's
see
let-
your
yeah,
bad
let's-
build.
let's
see your
demonstrate.
bad ritualist.
Let's. Oh, we can ask this guy to leave if we're on a solo. Whatever. He's dead.
Wow,
Where-
that's some great open worldy.
Hey, they moved. They moved. Why are
Have you
these guys
practiced
moving?
with this?
Have I practiced a little bit? Why?
Well, because they move a lot, don't they? The ads.
Yeah, they do. They do move a lot.
I'm noticing you have a lot of barrier and shroud. The health bar
yeah.
UI is always fun to look at there when you got shroud and
Look
barrier.
At that. Look at that. What's going on there? That's weird.
And your shroud is coming up. In fact, you're never going back to your actual health bar.
What's that? I'm never leaving Shroud?
Yeah, you're never leaving shroud, and you've got like 50. I think you might be playing something that I played kind of close to. Wow, your death magic because you have death's carapace and your blood, your blood bank for sure. And I played that on the beta. This is very, very tanky. Wow. Wow.
Super tanky, eh?
This is just a pure. What the hell?
And not dodging. I'm standing in place. And
Oh my
I'm
God.
killing the caustic Itzel.
Wow, wow. Why don't we
Yeah.
always do this for Boost Bad Build? Like,
I don't
right
know.
there in the intro, you show it off. That was crazy.
I know. Now the question is, what gear am I using to be able to be so tanky?
Oh, I don't know. I guess because you've said that, it's not even a gear thing. Maybe you're in, like, really squishy gear, and it's just all the traits and all the power of the Ritualist that is carrying it. Am I
Kind of
right?
overpowered at the moment, perhaps. Yeah, that was Berserker and Assassin's gear.
God damn.
God damn. So yeah, let's get into it because I think this might get nerfed soon.
Right. Okay, maybe.
Perhaps. But yeah. So this is a Ritualist build, and the thing about Ritualist is that there's not that many ways to build it. Frankly,
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know about you. Have you dabbled in Ritualist at all?
Yeah, I've been raiding on Ritualist a bit because
yeah.
it is very, very, very strong. But I haven't really, I've just like net decked it. Really, I haven't really played. I haven't done any buildcraft, so I was only during the beta that I actually looked at like what all the traits did really meaningfully. So I don't know, and they reworked it since then. So I'm a bit out of touch with it, to be honest.
Okay. Well, yeah. So Ritualist, you can't really, unless I'm severely mistaken, you can't do a Condi Ritualist.
No,
Right.
I don't think there was anything for Condi on this spec at all.
Yeah.
Like
so
not a single tooltip.
yeah, it's gonna be power no matter what. And the question is how like one glass tanky are you gonna try to be? How damagey are you gonna try to be, or how otherwise are you gonna try to be? And that's the only two ways you can play a Ritualist. And so this is, I guess, kind of a mix of both, but being as tanky as possible.
Right.
So, you're gonna die again, I think.
I am. I mean, this is a good example, though. Look how much damage I'm taking just being in the area, you know, of these guys. That was one of the random... Look at these players that are around. That guy just got defeated.
Oh, you're dead.
And meanwhile, you're just sort of standing around taking no damage. Look how quickly I got kicked. If that was from downstate to nothing.
Yeah.
I just ate that damage that fast.
That's really sad.
It doesn't sound sad at all.
Now, I made a huge mistake just now fighting this thing, and that is I left Shadow Shroud, or Ritualist Shroud.
Oh, dear.
But I went back in, because you're only out for 10 seconds, so that's okay. You're back in right away. Now, okay, let's talk about this build, because there's, like I said, there's not that many ways to play Ritualist. It's very straightforward. Teapot has a build out that's just like really lovely. It's like a damagey and healy version where you could just do a ton of healing. It's good for a lot of different content. Now that's a good build. This is, of course, a bad build. And yeah, the idea is you are gonna want to be in Ritualist Shroud permanently and never leave it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you say with your pure disappointed sound.
No, I mean, look, you said it's. We'll talk about why it's bad later. All right, that's the format.
No. We're talking about. Okay, so yeah, fine. Okay, yeah, we'll talk about it later. So but there's a reason for it. It's not just because you want to be lazy, which I mean, obviously that does help.
No, I think that's fine, by the way. It's an open world build. If people want a low intensity build, I mean, yeah. I think that's fine. Really.
Yeah, but there is a very good reason why you want to stay in Ritualist Shroud the whole time. And the answer is because you are incredibly tanky compared to if you're not in Ritualist Shroud. If you are in it. So, number one, when you're in Ritualist Shroud, you take, I bet you already knew this, you take 33% less damage.
Well, what? Is that a Ritualist thing?
That's all Shroud. Every version of Necromancer Shroud, you take 33% less damage when you're in it.
Really? I did not know that. I really didn't know that.
Well,
Seriously?
It's a thing. Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
Where's that expressed in-game or talked about in-game?
I believe it's talked about maybe on the...
Oh, it's on the tooltip for Ritualist.
Yeah, it's
Shroud.
on the tooltip. Damage reduced 33%. And I think that's for every Shroud. And I think it's not the same for Scourge, because you only have like the Shroud on your skill, on your one of your F abilities. Yeah. And I think you do take some less damage from that. But
well,
yeah,
I'm looking at Desert Shroud right now, and it doesn't have any kind of damage reduction on there.
Yeah, but hold on. Let's take a look at Harbinger, because that might be different too. Harbinger is...
Yeah, it's not on Harbinger either.
Yeah, so not on Harbinger either. So it's just Ritualist, basic Necromancer, and on the
Reaper.
Yeah. So anyway, 33% less damage in Shroud. So that's already pretty good, right?
Yeah, that is good.
Now, I'm going to quickly go over the traits, I think. Let's close this down. Let's go over the traits. I'm trying to think of the best way to explain this. Oh, hi. There you are.
Hold on, let me sit on my... Oh, I thought this was going to be the Necromancer, the Doom chair, but
well,
no.
I think this is very apropos.
Well, really? Okay.
You look great. You look
Thank you.
So sinister.
Excellent. That's what I'm going for.
Okay, so let's start with the Ritualist traits, because why not?
Okay.
No, I remember how I wanted to explain this. Remember a previous Boots Bad build called How to Make Friends and Trivialize Content?
I do remember the title. I remember the phrase. What was the build? How to make friends and trivialize content.
That was a Mr. Fluffy Bottoms build as well. That was the entire purpose of it was to get as many different friends as possible. All of your minion summons, and then like I think the parrot summon from the runes at the time.
Privateer runes, yeah.
And then a bunch of different items that you could summon things as well. And yes, it did trivialize content. But this takes it to another level. So this is a sequel, I think, to that build because it's very similar, but just 3 steps ahead, essentially.
I noticed you do have a bunch of minions, so you do. Friends.
I do, because if you're in Ritualist Shroud the entire time, no other utility, elite, or heal skill will help you in any way, right? Because all of them, if you could only press them if you leave Shroud, and I know your signets don't work when you're still in Shroud anymore.
Yeah, they removed that.
Yeah, so now all you got is your minions to help you when you're in Shroud. So that's what we're going with, and they help quite a bit. So for your Ritualist traits, you've got the minor is, where's the minor? Adept. Your Adept is Spirit's Gift. So that heals nearby allies whenever you summon a creature. And you're summoning a creature pretty often when you're in Ritualist Shroud. You've got your Anguish, you've got your Wanderlust, you've got your Preservation, and I think you might also heal when you resummon them with your Teleport. I'm not sure. But that's a good amount of healing. And then Empowering Spirits for your Master.
I'm really surprised you went with Spirit's Gift there, by the way.
Why is that?
I'm really surprised. Because Explosive Growth is so good. And I mean, I guess your idea is just you don't want to have to... you don't heal do you heal yourself with Spirit's Gift? Maybe you do.
Well, you do.
No, you're in Shroud, though. So
but you're in Shroud, but you're in 100%... you're always at 100% health.
So Blood Bank. I see. So you get the Blood Bank
element. Okay, there you go. So anyway, grant boons to nearby allies when you summon a spirit. So that's... You're going to have permanent quickness with this, and give permanent quickness to, I guess in this case, your little minions. But luckily, if you're in a party or whatever, or if you're going around helping other people, the quickness, it prioritizes other people over your minions, so you'll help them. So that's great. Quickness is great for everybody.
Can I ask, do your spirits steal the quickness? Because their animation rate's quite fixed, isn't it?
The spirits, I believe, aren't actual creatures.
So it will go, because you want it on the minions, not the spirits. By the way, I love this, that it's a spirit and minion build. It's a cool fantasy there. Yeah, the minions get it. Okay.
And you're trying to make friends with this build, right? So you're making as many friends as possible, and in it, you think you have 9 creatures total at all times. The problem with the Ritualist, you never want your rituals to go, your spirits to go away, right? But unfortunately, as soon as you leave Shroud, they go away unless you have lingering spirits, and even then, they go away after some time. In this way, you never have to leave your spirits alone. You never have to leave them. They're always with you. Yeah. You could just assume that they're like the spirits of your ancestors or something, and then they're just always with you.
Yeah, why isn't Mr. Fluffy Bottom dressed up like a ritualist right now? In
what do you mean? This is
spiritual.
This is what a ritualist looks like.
Okay. Mr. Fluffy Bottoms is my favorite character of yours.
By the way, I have 3 wonderful outfits for this because I have 3 flavors of this build.
Right.
And so there's this one. Look at this guy's outfit. I'm just gonna close this real quick. I look great. I'm like a fisherman, I guess, kind of. And then we got this one where I'm an explorer with classes, and then I got this one where I'm wearing a hat.
Wow, 3 outfits, and none of them look very ritualisty.
What do you mean? They're all the dead. You're just you have a bad assumption of what ritualists look like.
Okay, all right, fair enough. So is your Grandmaster Lingering Spirits then?
It is Lingering Spirits because if you're always in the Ritualist Shroud, Soul Twisting doesn't really give you much of a bonus. Mm-hmm. And then also, you could do Conditions Removed, but you don't need it at all.
Also, you can't access the weapon skills.
That's true. That's a very good point.
Yeah.
But yeah, Lingering Spirits is strong, though. It gives 15% extra damage and movements, 50% extra movement speed while you're in the Shroud, and 20% extra healing increased to others. That's great. It's a very strong skill. Trait, I mean. But yeah, no, still talking about empowering spirits. The other boons that it gives are also pretty good. You're going to be giving yourself and people around you 100% uptime of Fury and 24 to 25 stacks of Might, 100% uptime.
See, that's cool. See, I always wanted a minion build where it was like, okay, I'm empowering the minions as much as possible. I want to give them quickness. I want to max out their might. I want to give them Fury. And
Yeah,
then,
let's
you know,
do
what
it.
are the synergies? And so I love that this build does do that. I do love this, but I am a bit bummed out. It's just one trait does it all.
I know, and it's a master trait. It's kind of crazy. I think...
It's not like we've slowly built it in with our
No,
runes and our relic,
no.
and we. No. It's just take this one trait, and that's one of the things. I know this really isn't the place for it, but that's one of the things that really annoys me about Guild Wars 2 buildcraft a lot of the time. It's like
Yeah,
that's the fantasy, and it's
in
just
in the new specs, in the new elite specs, there are like several traits that are just like way too good boon wise that you just have to take that are
crazy,
overpowered, crazy overpowered. This is one of them, and but it's good. That's why I'm taking it.
Yes.
And then, interestingly enough, we've got in our very important aspect of this is the two minor traits here: Boon of Creation and Innervate Charged Souls. So, a Boon of Creation makes it so that whenever you summon a creature, which you're doing a lot, you get 10% life force.
Which is ridiculously overpowered. One of the reasons you can stay in Shroud.
Exactly.
Forever.
And then on top of that, all of your Innervate skills, the F1, F2, F3, F4, also give you 10% life force each time you use them.
This blew my mind when I started playing Ritualist, and I was like, wait, the F skills are just generating insane life force for me at like no cost. It was
No
like
cost.
in the beta, it was that they were getting sacrificed to do it, so it kind of made a bit of sense thematically or whatever. But that's not even on there anymore. It's
I
just. I think with the rebalance, this is one of the things they'll look at, because the life force is just crazy. Like, what?
Yeah. So now we're gonna go to the next thing, which is blood magic. So blood magic, your adept trait is a little wishy-washy. I've been using just the Ritual of Life for if you're with people and you want to revive somebody, it's pretty great. Because, you know, Overflowing Thirst, you're not going to be using your daggers very often. Yes, maybe if you take the trait, you might pop out of Ritualist Shroud to use it every once in a while, but I wouldn't. I wouldn't do that. Blood Bond you could use instead, because you do give bleeding when you dodge. So you could, like, dodge twice, and that means you give them 4 bleeding. And then... Or just dodge once, and they might have bleeding on them for some other reason. From like
You could have like a Sigil of Earth or something, maybe.
Yeah, but I don't think it's worth it, honestly.
Right.
Just for a little extra damage every 16 seconds, I don't think it's that important. Ritual, I'm just sticking with the Ritual Life. I think it's good.
Yeah.
Your minor trait here, Vampiric, super important. Obviously, all of your minions are stealing a bunch of life, and then you also are stealing a bunch of life. And I believe that not the minion life steal, but the life siphon damage and healing also is what your spirits do. I think your spirits count as you hitting.
Oh, okay.
So they do that. Same thing with Vampiric Presence.
Can we pause for a second? I'm desperate to know. What's your relic?
I will talk to... That's very important, actually.
Okay. Good. All right, yeah, so go ahead.
So the Vampiric, and then we got Vampiric Presence, which gives an aura to everybody around you, and when you're in Shroud, it's twice as powerful, and you're always in Shroud in this case, so it's very good. So you're healing more from that, and then last rites, whatever. Blood Bank is the biggest thing here. So Blood Bank, whenever you gain health, which is like your healing, your lifesteal, whatever. It grants a proportionate amount of barrier. Now, it's only 10% barrier if you're below 100% hit points. So that's pretty good, though. It's giving you 10% barrier every time you heal yourself. But if you're at 100% hit points, any healing you would do to yourself is barrier. So all of this lifesteal, all of these heals from Spirit's Gift, anything coming in from exterior, all of that is just becoming barriers. So you're basically adding 50% extra hit points to your hit point total.
Yeah, and like the magic here is because you're in Shroud and Shroud is covering up your real health,
Yeah.
you're always at the 100%.
Exactly.
So it's always coming in, yeah.
Yeah. So not only do you have, you know, your extra hit points because you're in Shroud, so you have an extra like 1,300 hit points just of Shroud healing or a Shroud HP. You then have another 10,000 or 11,000 hit points of barrier at all times. So you have this insane cushion that like never goes away because you heal so much. And then the last thing is, so the last trait line is a choice. You can do one of two things. First option that I went with was Soul Reaping. And in Soul Reaping, you took as your Grandmaster Depth Perception, which gives you critical chance increase when you're in Shroud, or critical chance increase, and then extra critical damage when you're in Shroud. So that you're always in Shroud is quite a bit of a damage boost. This is pretty great. It also increases your maximum life force, so that's extra cushion for the cushion.
Lovely.
And then
Vital Persistent, I assume, as well, which is more vitality, which is
more vitality
cushion.
and more incoming healing that affects all of your life steals and all the healing you do to yourself.
Oh, yeah, I like that. Blood.
And then obviously very important, your Shroud skills gain reduced recharge. So you're summoning those creatures more often, you're dealing more damage. It's great.
And Unyielding Blast, 25 vuln into the mix. Dude, Soul Reaping's
25
looking
vuln
very
at all
good.
times. It's perfect. So this, you would think, oh my goodness, this is amazing. This is exactly what you should do. Never change from this. Great. And you're right. It is good. It's going to be good for almost anything you do in the open world. You're never going to need to change this. This is great. With this and Berserker gear, you get 22k solo DPS.
Nice.
I know. Smooth as butter. And you're unkillable. But maybe you want to be super unkillable. Maybe you want a little bit more. So one way to do that is to, instead of doing Berserker's gear for everything, you could do Zealot's gear, which would mean extra healing, right? So that's extra barrier, a little more topping up of afterwards. That helps, and also what's great about it is that it helps your healing other people when you're around people. So like if you're in a group, you might want to run more Zealot's gear, and I think it's only like a 5k DPS loss, so you're still doing like 17k DPS with it. Not bad. But in reality, if you want to be the tank of all tanks, you go Death Magic.
Now, I kind of like the Death Magic combo just because of the theme. If this is like a Minion-y sort of Friends theme thing, you've got the blood to give them all vampiric and, you know, life siphony stuff. You've got the ritualist stuff, obviously, and now death is like the minion line. There's a lot of really good minion traits in here, so I'm wondering if you've picked them or you've gone for something else.
I picked a few of them. So Death Magic, it's all centered around Carapace, right? So Carapace is a stacking thing, stacks up to 30, and you try to get as many stacks as possible. Obviously, it gives you extra toughness every time you get it. I think it's like, what is it? It's 20 toughness
20
per stack, which is amazing. So that's a lot of extra damage reduction on top of the 33% damage reduction you get from Shroud. And then I take Flesh of the Master. I take Flesh of the Master. Yeah, you're jumping way ahead, buddy.
sorry.
You take Flesh of the Master, which gives you 2 stacks of Death Carapace for every minion you have. And that minions, in this case, are only your undead little guys, not your spirits. Spirits count as creatures and minions count as creatures. It's hard to explain. Anyway, spirits are not minions. But they give you 2 stacks of Carapace. So you're running around with 12 stacks of Carapace baseline.
Nice.
And also they all get a 50% health increase, which is nice. And then this doesn't really matter. It just, your passive life force is increased, blah, blah, blah. But then we do Deadly Strength. So now, if you're basically getting 30 stacks of Carapace at all times, so that's an extra 300 power and 300 condition damage. The condition damage doesn't matter, but 300 power is nothing to sniff at.
Did you think about Celestial gear? Because then... Oh no, well, you don't really do...
You don't do any condies.
Yeah, there's no condies being inflicted.
Yeah, only if you're getting condies would you think about it, because then you could go do necromantic corruption and like send the condies back at them with your minions, but you're not getting condies most of the time that you're in this. Beyond the Veil, you get condition damage reduced. So let's say you do think you're going to be in a Condi fight, just change your deadly strength over to either Dark Defiance or Necromantic Corruption, and then you're golden, because you have an extra 30% total, essentially condition damage reduction when you have protection, or you could just send all of your conditions back to the bad guys.
Yeah, I have to say, Boots, I much for this build, I want to do Necromantic Corruption. 25% minion damage. That's so on theme. That's so cool.
It's on theme, but it's also not that much damage.
But still, oh no, come on. You've got like every modifier to improve them, and then there's one last one you've taken away, you know?
300 extra power damage increases your damage more than 25% extra minion damage.
I know, but so would leaving Shroud and using weapon skills sometimes. At the end of the day, we've already compromised.
No,
so...
I'm synergizing the best I can for this method of playing, and that is
okay.
Yeah, and then finally, obviously, Corruptor's Fervor, which gives you Carapace every time you inflict a condition. You don't inflict any damaging conditions in this, but your Wanderlust inflicts a bunch of conditions. Fear is a condition, and then you've got Anguish also gives 8 stacks of vulnerability and cripple. So you'll be getting up to 30 stacks of Carapace almost at all times. So you will have 100% uptime of protection on this build.
And protection's so cool because so I jumped ahead, but now you got the protection defense and the shroud defense. And the barrier. And the barrier. And the HP from Shroud. So you got 33%, negative 33% incoming damage, another 33% on top of that. And then there was another thing. What was it again? Well, negative 10% condition damage, but who really cares? And then all that toughness. You've got, 600 extra toughness from your Carapace. So it's just, you are nigh unkillable, even with Berserker gear. And again, your gear can be fluid in this. So like, if you don't want to go full Berserker, by the way, with the Death Magic version of this, like I said, it was 22k damage on a golem with the Soul Reaping. With the Death Magic, it's 20k. It's not that much of a difference. Yeah, so it's worth it if you want to be nigh unkillable. Now, like I said, you could switch up for Zealots if you want to give more healing to the people around you. That's always nice. Also, it'll make you a little more tanky. Another thing to do, if you wanted to, I was trying it out, is I've been trying out Nomad's gear instead on the Nigh Unkillable version. Really?
Yeah.
Just for the pure toughness fantasy.
For the pure toughness fantasy, and you end up with like 30k health, plus your whatever it is. Let's see how much you get. What's your max life for us with this? I could just do this. Hold on. It's like 20.5k extra life force health, and then additional 14.5k or 14.7k barrier on top of that. So total health pool of 65,000 health essentially.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's so
much. And that all. It's insane, and then it all gets revitalized as soon as you take hits anyway, like almost instantly. So yeah, you're not gonna die on this. And with Nomad's gear, because you're doing so much life stealing with this, somehow you're still doing around 10k DPS on a golem.
Okay, so I want to ask now. You just mentioned lifesteal. What is your relic? What is the relic?
Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the equipment real quick. So yeah, this is the Nomad version of it. But anyway, for the Nomad version, my sigils, I do Draining and Blood for more lifesteal. For the other two versions, I'm trying to get 100% crit chance, so I'm getting Accuracy and Force for my sigils. Okay. So just to match stuff to make things perfect. But what do you think my sigil is? My relic, I mean.
Well, I would have tried. I don't know whether it's any good. I don't know what the numbers are, but I would have tried Atrocity for this build because...
Now, I did try Atrocity for this build, and it's very nice. Atrocity is very nice for this build because this is the build that has the most amount of lifesteal in the game.
So wait,
right?
for the sake of the viewers, what does Atrocity do?
Relic of Atrocity increases all lifesteal damage and healing by 15%. So it's like
15.
the best possible relic for a lifesteal build. And this is the strongest possible lifesteal build out there.
And all your minions are doing little life steals, so I just want to get those minion numbers up as much as possible. Really.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a fantastic relic for this, right?
Right.
But incredibly, the new relic of the Miststranger,
Right. Okay.
is better.
I hate that though. That when I saw this as a part of the expansion, I thought this sucks because it's either if it's better, it's just binary, and it's like it's always gonna be better.
I think what it means is yes, Relic of the Miststranger is too strong. Fine, it's very good in PvE. So it lifesteals essentially 100 damage / health every time you hit. But that's not any of your minions. Your minions don't get this.
Are you about to tell me the spirits do count?
The spirits do count. The spirits get it. Now that said, the spirits don't get your aura, vampiric aura. So they don't get as much lifesteal as your minions do. It's kind of weird back and forth. Like your minions get some things that your spirits don't get, and your spirits get some things that your minions don't get. Mm-hmm. But either way, you do more healing and damage with the Miststranger relic than you do with a relic specifically for life stealing.
Which is a shame to me.
I know.
I feel like there should be the combo. Yeah.
What I think that means is, I don't think that fine if you want to nerf Relic of the Miststranger, fine. But I like it. I think it's a great relic. I think what it actually means is you should buff Relic of Atrocity.
Maybe, yeah.
I think it should be buffed to at least 20%, I think. 25
Well, I think,
would be
I mean, if we're really in the nitty-gritty here, I think if they just decoupled the fact that your spirit attacks count as your own, that's not you hitting a foe when the spirit hits a foe. So, but that's a Ritualist level quibble. So if they fix that on the Ritualist, it doesn't actually really change the relics, but it would fix this. It would augment this interaction on this build at least.
It would. It would make it... Yeah, that's fair.
And then Atrocity might come out on top after that. So maybe.
Yes, yeah, I think that's fair. So yeah, there you go. That is this insanity.
Okay, I mean, I like the idea. I really do. I like low intensity builds.
It's very low intensity.
Generally in RPGs, I like minion builds. It's got a cool theme. I think it is outrage. Are we in the why it's bad now?
Oh, also, yeah, I just wanted to say I've been running. For my utility, I've been running one of those writ of power things, masterful power.
Oh yeah, because you'll never lose your health.
Because I never lose my health. Yeah, it's quite nice.
Yeah. Okay, here's why it's bad. It is an outrage that you're not running the minion damage trait.
It is not.
It's an outrage. You can't do everything in the game to get the most powerful minions.
Okay, you know what? Fine. There you go. I've done it.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, okay.
I don't care about the open world DPS or any of that. All right, it's clearly
all right. Well, I'm on my Nomad version right now, so I put it on the Nomad version just for you. Okay.
Excellent, thank you. The other thing that I think it would have been quite interesting that you didn't talk about, personally, I would have tried Marauders for the stat line on this.
I did for a while.
I think Marauders sounds really cool because it makes the blood bank. Or your max barrier is now higher, so the cushion is now even higher. Like I think that's just kind of fun.
Like I said, there's a lot of wiggle room with the gear on this. It's all power based. Like you could even go clerics if you want to instead of like nomads or whatever. It's all. I mean Valkyrie too. I've mixed in some Valkyrie when I have the Soul Reaping version because you have too much for us precision in that case. Mm-hmm. So yeah, there's a lot of wiggle room with the gear. I won't blame anybody for taking Zealots over Berserker. I won't blame anybody for doing Nomads over Berserker. Well, actually, maybe that. You want to do some damage. But yeah, you could go crazy. You could do Marauders if you want to, but you're going to get too much precision probably at some point with Marauders.
Okay, another reason it's bad. Now, here's the real reason it's bad, okay?
Okay.
This is getting nerfed. This isn't surviving. There's no
Are
way
you
that this
sure?
is staying. Yes! Yes! First of all, Rit is already way too strong with the QOL it's offering. Like,
You're probably right. Okay, fine. You're probably right. But now, when it does get nerfed, I could go around and say, "Oh, they nerfed my build because I made such a good build."
Well, hold on, I wanna say, when I tested Rit during the beta before the damage buffs, it's a really weird coincidence, not because I theory crafted anything, but I just happened to try Blood Bank on a Rit. And I was like, oh, this is cool. But I was doing no damage at all. So they buffed the hell out of the damage for expansion launch.
It does seem that
And
way.
I'm sure they're going to get... So if it goes anywhere near back to where it was in the betas. But I think also the Life Force generation will be something that's going to get hit. I don't know.
It's got to be the Life Force. It's got to go down like to 5%.
Because that just feels weird, you know, like Necro's got all these traits and weapon skills that are supposed to give you your Life Force, but just because of some quick last-minute changes, Ritualist just presses the F skills and has infinite Life Force. Like, it's very, very odd that, you know, so I don't know whether that will survive. So that's why it's bad, because people can only play it for...
for a week. Or no, how long?
I think you've got 2 weeks, guys.
2 weeks. Okay, 2 weeks.
December 7th, so it's like, yeah, about 2 weeks.
Okay, so I gotta wrap this up, but before I do, you want to just see the Nomad version of this? Have fun.
Yeah, on this monster for sure.
Yeah.
Let me just stand here and see how much damage I take.
By the way, the footage that I'll have in the background for some of this is I soloed Cairn the Indomitable.
Did you really? Wow, that's pretty cool. I like that.
And I was soloing Vale Guardian as well. That was fun.
Wow.
Yeah, it's quite easy actually.
So you're soloing raid bosses, what? And you're just throwing that in at the end here?
Yeah, and I was actually soloing with this trait, the one that you like, the Necromantic Corruption. I was able to go pretty. Like I think I got what's his name? Slothazor,
yeah.
Slothazor for down to like, you know, 90 or 85% or something.
Are you beating in rage on these fights, or are you doing it after in rage?
Well, it depends on what build you use. But
so you can just survive even when they're in rage.
Oh,
so
yeah,
it doesn't
for sure.
matter.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
This Nomad version. Cool. Especially this Nomad version. It's like unkillable, but I got too bored while using it on some of the raid bosses.
Yeah, I imagine it takes ages.
Yeah, it's half the speed of the kills, basically. But yeah, as you can see, this is kind of silly.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is really, really, really crazy. People should definitely get their hands on that. You know, you could... I can't believe you threw that in the end there. I would have presented this video as like, holy shit, here's a way to solo some raid bosses, guys. Go have fun. Go get some legendary insight.
My understanding is that soloing Cairn is not that difficult.
But still.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, there you go. So unfortunately, now I have all my legendary gear. There's no point in me soloing Cairn, so I don't know if I'm going to use this build.
Oh, this was a fun one. I like this one a lot. Yeah.
Okay, good. Well, thank you for joining me. You actually do look pretty cool, by the way.
Thank you very much. I tried really hard with this guy. I like this character.
What is that mask you're wearing?
It's a gem store outfit. The Ghastly outfit.
Oh, it's an outfit. Okay.
Ghastly. Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
It looks cool though.
Yeah. Very good on Asura. By the way, speaking about the montages, I don't know if you want to cut this out of the video, but I watched the montages of your Thief Interrupt. Yeah. And it did look genuinely pretty good, and you included some clips on there of people with stab, and it was actually good. I
told you. I mean, it's good. It's a good build.
It looked alright.
Yeah, it's very good, and it's just funny. I'm making this build after the do everything build.
Yeah, but this is more of a do everything. I was thinking that earlier.
You don't give barrier to other people with this, and I think you heal. Well, I mean, with Zealot's gear, you'll probably heal about the same amount to other people. Yeah, it is. You give less boons.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Another thing of why it's bad. I'm kind of just opposed to the fact that you've got 15 cooldowns available all the time, and yet you ignore them all. Like, you can't dip out a Shroud every now and then just to refresh some weapon skills or to hit a high-powered CC ability. You know, what's your CC on demand as well here, by the way? You can't even dip out for, like, a Flesh Golem charge.
You get,
by the way, you're talking about
Wanderlust, Innervate Wanderlust, and Summon Spirits are all CCs.
And what, you'll solo take a whole break bar down there with that, will you?
You can, but if you really want to, you could pop out for 10 seconds and use your charge.
Exactly. Get out of Shroud sometimes. That's what I'm saying.
When soloing Vale Guardian, you do have to come out of Shroud because unless you do it like a perfect dodge or something, you do it like pops you right out of Shroud, and then luckily the green orb thing comes only back up every 15 seconds, so you come back into Shroud right before it comes back up again.
See, I just see you there with that spear, and spear is so strong. Spear is
yeah.
Awesome,
So
but
you're
never really touching your spear.
I do use spear because sometimes I accidentally press the F1 button while pressing my other buttons.
Oh, come on, what is this?
I sometimes accidentally press F1, and when you accidentally press F1, actually you are a lot less tanky, so you got to be a little careful. So spear is great because you have this perforate once you get your stacks of your soul shards up, and it tops you up full barrier.
And what's your other weapon? I'm curious.
Oh, wouldn't you like to know? Oh no!
What, is it not even equipped?
Actually, in the Nomad's version, for some reason, I did put a dagger and a warhorn, but on I think my other two versions. Oh yeah, here on this version, I have no second set.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go. That's my critique. But yeah,
okay,
pretty strong, pretty
great. It's too strong. You're right. I think it will get nerfed. But the question is, how badly will it get nerfed? And we will all see that. Okay. Thank you very much, man. I gotta go, but it was a pleasure once again.
Yeah, really, really fun. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Have a good one.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.